As of late, there's been a lot going on with UFOs, now known as UAPs, which is unidentified anomalous phenomena. And it is now called anomalous phenomena because not only can they go from the air in flight to the ocean or water and then back up into the air, so that means they're transmedium vehicles. Not to mention, it could be transdimensional as well. So with this not new phenomenon, but new conversations about an old phenomenon, finally the government is admitting that there is something out there that we don't know. They don't know what it is. And they claim it's not theirs either. But these things are flying over nuclear bases and Navy ships and out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, yet meeting up with high-tech jets, our best. And I've seen them 3 times. And twice was down in Carolina Beach here in North Carolina. East Coast. A lot of them have been seen on the East Coast. But anyway, I saw twice. The first time I saw them, they were real close. And they were over the ocean. 2 times I saw them, they were over the ocean. Or on the beach at least. But they were orbs of light and no sound, real close. And they just moved really slow, and then they just dimmed out and disappeared. I don't know of anything, but who am I? I don't know. But at the same time, these hearings that are in Congress, these whistleblowers that are coming out, they are high-ranking officials with deep clearance on very secretive shit. And so, if they're corroborating that, and it's a concern to many, which could be debatable. That's interesting. I had my light on motion activated. Anyway, so if it's a national security concern because they're more powerful than us, they can turn on and off nukes. It's a pretty big concern. And we don't know who's making them or what the intentions are, so yeah, I'd say it's like a need to know thing. I mean, and it doesn't have to just be need to know for the government. I mean, some of it can be disclosed to the public. So, back to the second time I saw them. There were 7 or 8 maybe. And they were the orbs of light. And they were very far away from me at this point. Definitely like maybe 2 miles down the beach. And I was on the beach. And I was just like watching them. And they were like pretty close. I would say they were over the beach. Not even like over the water. And they were just floating in all directions. Just like... And they were just... And there was a bunch of them. And I watched them for a while, and there was no way I could get it on my camera, that's for sure, on my phone, because it was way too far away, but Yeah, I don't know what that was either, but it looked exact. And then they would disappear. Just, I mean, same thing. And this is like a widely witnessed phenomenon. Like, and I think I feel like it's kind of the orb thing. I feel like is more this decade or this past couple decades. I think that's a newer kind of ship or whatever you want to call it, but besides the point. The third time I was with my friend Ryan, and it went over my house, but not directly over my house. But we were standing outside and we were looking at the stars, very clear out here. I live out in the middle of nowhere. And it was just this big bright light that came from at least a couple miles away. And now we were talking about UFOs, of course. But in that moment, that's when it showed up. And that's also been something that witnesses have said. Almost like they called it in or something. It's crazy. So we see it come in. It's getting a little brighter. Now it's like pretty much directly in front of us, in front of our eyesight. Maybe 800 feet up. It's hard to say. But probably, I don't know, 400 yards out in front of my house. Well, maybe like an acre, maybe 2 away in front of us. So it wasn't directly over us, but it was fucking close enough. And we watched it go past, and it started to kind of dim, and I was like, watch that thing just dim out. And before I could even finish I said, watch that thing disappear. And before I could even finish, it fucking disappeared. And the sky was so clear, and this thing was gone. Like, and of course I would see him now, because I'm like super back into it, like I was into it when I was a kid. But I mean, yeah, this is stuff that's going on right now. So I kind of wanted to start like adding that to the channel, and just like start a conversation about it. I mean, I'm sure there are other witnesses. How would you feel if you saw something? How do you feel about other life out there? Just like tell me your thoughts. Let's get the conversation going. So that's it for now, but let's hear your thoughts on that.